I have all the Frozen dolls here in my possession, so let's get into talking about their differences and their similarities. Hi you guys, it's me Chris and welcome back to the Doll Studio. So today in my possession I have the Playline version of Anna and Elsa, and I also have the Collector Series version of Anna and Elsa. I did take out my Collector Series dolls, like their hair and all of that, and I did take them out of the box, so I literally have them here, right here in my possession. Anna and Elsa, I took out their hair. I have an entire video on that, and in this video, to make a fair comparison, I'm also going to be taking out the hair of Miss Playline Anna and Playline Elsa, so that way you guys can see what their hair looks like in comparison. But for the most part, this is just a video talking about the similarities and differences between the Playline version versus the Collector Series version. I know a lot of people are going to be asking me about these things, so I want to do an entire video on this because I know a lot of people are going to be asking about it. But yeah, without further ado, let us just get into the video because there is a lot to talk about. I have their unboxing videos on my channel already, and I also have their clothing and accessories videos with like Olaf and all that already on my channel. So definitely make sure you guys are subscribed to my YouTube. It helps me out a lot. Hit the like button, hit that thumbs up button, and make sure you guys have the notification bell on so that way you guys are notified about every single time that I post. But okay, let's just get into it. So starting off, we have Playline Elsa, and we have Miss Collector Series Elsa here. The first thing looking at them that I would say, by the way, I just threw her hair into a braid because we'll get into her hair in a second, but the first thing that I want to say about both of them in regards to their face and their features, they are pretty much the exact same doll when it comes to their face, other than the fact that the Collector Series version does have her ears pierced, and she does also have eyeshadow on top of her eyes, which for me, I personally don't like the eyeshadow. So for me, it wasn't honestly a win for the Collector Series version because I do not like the eyeshadow on this doll whatsoever. This one does come with her ears pierced, which is nice, but honestly, it's like not enough for me to say that this one is better in the slightest. You guys can kind of already tell with their hair. Over here, Miss Girl has some of the most textured hair I've ever experienced. To make this a fair comparison, I do want to take out her hair just so that way you guys can see everything, but I want to continue with the dresses. The main difference that I would say is that this dress is just more detailed. The Swarovski element is obviously throughout the dress. Over here in her bodice, there's like a velvet material behind the like pieces of sequins that's here, whereas for her there's more sequins and there is no like velvet behind it. I kind of like this because it doesn't feel like it could get dirty, whereas this one, the velvet behind it definitely, because it's soft, it collects dust a little bit. So I would say that this one is not a win in my book. The one thing I will give it is that I love the intricacies of the dress on the collector doll. The Playline one doesn't have any of that, so the dresses are similar at the top, but when it comes to the bottom of them, like right here towards the beginning of the actual like skirt, the intricacies on this one is definitely a lot nicer. Over here, she just kind of has like these like streams of glitter going down the dress. The win I will say for the Playline version is the fact that she has the slit, which I think is very, very important to Elsa's dress, whereas the collector version does not have that. But overall, in regards to the design of these, the Collector Series definitely has a much deeper blue, whereas Miss Playline here, she's got a much softer blue. You can kind of tell the most when it comes to their, trying to do this with two dolls in the hand is really, really annoying, but their capes are definitely different. I feel like I noticed it upon opening up the Playline version that the capes are definitely just a lot different. Like this one is darker and this one is a lot lighter. I still think that they're the exact same design, same material, just this one has the Swarovski element throughout and this one is just pure glitter through and through. But if you really look at them, they are practically the exact same design, just on different colored material. Again, this one is more of a teal and this one is more of a baby blue. But overall, still the same length, still the same train. It's all attached the exact same way. And again, the Swarovski element, in my opinion, is not enough to say that the Collector Series version is better in the slightest. I also want to address the shoes because the shoes to me are actually kind of a big deal because I was looking at Miss Playline over here and she had better shoes in my opinion. The Collector Series version has like the Swarovski element on them, and it's kind of like, whatever. But the Playline one, I actually like how like jagged the shoe design is, but they're still clear and you can still kind of see the fact that they are fairly different. And of course, her shoes have a Swarovski element and hers do not. But again, I like the fact that she has a slit in her dress and she definitely has, you know, a lot of details. So you guys can let me know your thoughts on that. I now am the most excited to take out Miss Girly's hair over here because the Playline version, if her hair is better than the, you know, atrocity that is the collector version, I will be so happy. I had to force a part into this doll's hair. If any of you guys have seen that video, I had to like really like separate and get a middle part out of her. Whereas this doll, it seems like she has a middle part and then they styled her hair, but we will see right now. Yeah, like this is how her hair should feel. It should feel so much softer and so much, it's so much softer, you guys. It is so much softer. Like the fact that I can honestly like grab a brush and just glide it through this. I mean, it literally is so seamless and so nice. That's so frustrating considering the fact that the collector doll can't do that. Okay, her hair is so coarse that I have to like literally like it stops right there. Even if I brush it from the bottom and work my way up to the top, it feels like there's just a texture to her hair that doesn't want me to like brush her hair at all. So that's kind of why I've been keeping her in like braids and stuff, because her hair just feels so much worse and it sheds like crazy. But just to compare the two, I mean, come on. You can literally see that this one's got something completely different going on than this one. I mean, even the tops of them, you can just tell that the quality on the Playline one, she's actually got a very nice wig. This is like poofy, whatever. I can like go ahead and like steam it. It's not gonna be that big of a deal. But like this one, I'm gonna have to take a straightener to her hair because I'm not dealing with all this. So in my opinion, if you got the collector doll, I feel kind of dumb right now. When looking at these two dolls, because I spent the $310 on this doll, but the $145 for this one, like I would have just waited. And now I have kind of like a buyer's remorse about this one, because if her hair was just as nice, I would be like, yeah, I understand, but like, do you see all that? That's crazy. And this one, you can just tell her hair is so much softer, whereas this one, she's gonna need some work. Between the two, the Playline one is definitely for the win, in my opinion. But if you like the details of her dress, it really just comes down to the details of the dress, you guys. Other than that, it really is just like tomato, tomato, in my opinion, for Miss Elsa. And so now here we have Miss Anna. I have both Annas here. The first thing that I will say to you guys is that the bases, the actual dresses themselves, are exactly the same. Obviously, the details in the bodice are, you know, kind of like different in regards to this one has obviously the Swarovski element and slightly more detailed. This one has a spandexy material on her sleeves. Like the dress up here is more spandexy, whereas this one has a like faux satin, but this feels more costumey to me. This one feels a little bit more better quality, but I know that because this is the collector version, they wanted to make it seem like, you know, oh, it's like faux satin, whatever. The material of the dress between the two, it feels the same. This one's just stiffer because of the embroidery at the bottom. This one, the Playline one, has no embroidery on it, so it's not stiff at the bottom, but the material feels the same. And again, it's just printed, which I kind of am like, that's fine, whatever. But the embroidery on this one is kind of just really, really thick, so it makes it very, very stiff. The other thing is obviously the Swarovski element. I mean, the Swarovski all over the skirt is nice, but it feels so out of place because it just feels like it's scattered throughout. Whereas this one just looks a little bit cleaner because of the fact that there is like no like random place like jewels all over it. But yeah, that is that. The other thing is the cloaks. You guys can kind of just tell between the two that the cloak on this one is fairly thick. And the clasp is also metal, whereas this one, it's just plastic and an elastic that connects them. Really just tomato with Anna. I mean, it goes without saying that the Playline version of her is just superior in my opinion. The pom-poms of this one do not make or break the outfit. It was a detail that I honestly forgot until people mentioned it. And then in regards to their faces, I will say this, the bangs on the Playline one are higher, they're thicker, whereas the bangs on Miss Girl over here are a lot thinner, in my opinion. They're just a lot higher on the Playline version. But overall, I will say that the other major difference is that this one has eyeshadow and her ears pierced, and this one does not. So aside from that though, everything about their faces is exactly the same. So it really is just preference and up to you about whether or not you like the eyeshadow or not, whether or not you like the Swarovski element and the details. But again, the price jump is really what's like bothering me from $145 to $310. Yeah, just doesn't really make sense to me. I mean, like the capes are different, but like, it's really stressful to see them side by side because I am trying to figure out what exactly I paid for, and it feels like I just paid more for a higher quality fabric and some jewels. And that's really it. I don't feel like they're that different. Now I am going to take out Miss Anna's hair so that way you guys can see, you know, what her hair also looks like, because I think that's a pretty fair comparison. I feel like their hair is going to be the same. I don't think that there's any differences because the collector Anna didn't have any like problems with her hair. I was like fine with her hair the entire time. So I'm just going to grab my scissors and like snip at her braids so we can see what is going on. Now that their hair is both like down, I will say that the Playline version one has kind of the same hair as the collector version. Hers just feels a lot thicker in the middle section, and I don't know if they just added a lot of hair, but it does feel like the same, or maybe I just got one with a lot of hair. But the Playline version, in my opinion, has thicker hair, and her hair just looks fuller. I don't know if you guys can see that. Her hair just feels like you have a lot with it. I'm gonna definitely go ahead and like gonna give her a little bit of like a press, a little bit of a steam, or I might give her a curl. I don't really know yet. But for the most part, I feel like you can kind of tell now the major difference with their bangs. See how hers is higher and hers is a lot like slimmer? Again, personal preference, but her bang starts up higher and her bang starts out lower. But yeah, it's very interesting. I love both of them though. I definitely would say that when it comes to these dolls, specifically Anna, the biggest difference is the full-on cloak. They're not really that different, and it's really like a slap in the face. But overall, still love the collector version, but I'm just grateful now that we have the Playline version, because $310 for this doll when this one is perfectly fine is very much like crazy. Also the boots. I will say this, the boots are different. Sorry, not to drag her, but the boots on the collector doll are embroidery, whereas this one is a printed on one, and this one has the Swarovski element and this one does not. But yeah, that is both of the Annas. All right, you guys, that is it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed this comparison between the Annas and the Elsas that have been released. I definitely would say get the Playline versions. Do not spend your money on the collector series versions. The only collector series doll that I really look at from the Disney line is Rapunzel. I feel like that doll and all of the intricacies of her are stunning, whereas all the other Disney princesses, I mean, it's just so annoying that we got collector dolls when we could have just had Playline dolls and been happy. But American Girl is a business, so I get it, but still annoying. So yeah, overall, I hope that this helped you guys make a decision on whether or not you wanted the collector series version, like secondhand, or if you wanted the Playline version. But I definitely would say you guys get the Playline versions of these dolls. They are fantastic. They are gorgeous. They are stunning. And for $145, I would pay full, I mean, I did pay full price, but I love them enough that I would pay full price for them again, because they are just exquisite. And any like Frozen fan is going to love these dolls. Like, love these dolls. Love them. Love them boots the house down. So yeah. Anyway, that is it. All right, you guys, thank you guys so much for watching this video. My name is Chris. You guys can follow me on my Instagram, just at the Doll Studio by Chris. Make sure you guys follow me on my TikTok, which is Chris American Girl. Like this video, comment down below. Let me know if you guys are gonna get the Frozen dolls. Subscribe to my channel, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.